Just wanted to share our visit to the NEC yesterday. We went on Saturday to the Caravan Camping and Motorhome Show for 2026. Have to admit, bit of a bad move, so busy. And I'll be honest, I don't cope with extremely busy places, too many people, just that sort of, I don't know, just that hustle bustle. Don't like it. You don't have space to move as much. So truth be told, not the best visit, but we've had previous visits where they've been fantastic. So I'd highly recommend during the week. This was half term, so not great. Lots of kids, lots of pushchairs, which obviously got nothing against, but it does mean that it's a lot busier on the floor space. So I want to show you, they had a huge amount of exhibitors with the halls being filled with lots of different things. We saw a lot of vans, converted vans, etc., which was interesting. Last few visits we've gone, we've actually been looking at the criteria of what we wanted out of a motorhome, so that's why we went to the exhibitions in the past, mainly to suss out layouts and find out exactly what we wanted and what we didn't want, and that's how we've ended up here today 3 years later with exactly what we want, which is the Plot Evidence A-Class 740, and she is absolutely beautiful. Lots of floor space for the dogs. So our first stop, only because they were there, was the Avtex, and that's because we've got 2 TVs which the van came with. Got a little bit of an issue with one of them, but Avtex have assured us that they're going to get that sorted, so that's fantastic. We've got some details of someone we need to get in touch with for the Caravan and Motorhome Club, because we've actually joined them. That gives you discounts on sites, and if you booked when you were at the Caravan show yesterday, you actually got 2 free site visits, so we did that. Another fantastic was this, which is the Alog fire. This is a little gas fire instead of having a real log fire, because some campsites don't allow that. So this was an amazing deal. You got this little log fire burner with a 3 gases and also a carrying case, all for £130. So I will say they did sell out, so we've had to do a pre-order on that one, so that's fantastic. So we've got that to look forward to when it comes. We did look at some air suspension, just curious really about the self-leveling excuse me, and also the benefits of maybe having semi air suspension or the full. Obviously it's a huge investment, so maybe further down the line. We looked at some of these air windbreak kits, mainly for the dogs outside. We thought this was going to be the one. I will be honest, we had a good look round and we have found another system which I will share later, because it's actually on my phone rather than on a leaflet. There were lots of shops. This particular shop, the Leisure Shop company, they've actually got lots of foldable tables, accessories, etc. that I'm going to look online for. We were advised actually to go online as opposed to buying there, which was a bit strange, but that's what we're going to do. Spoke to a lovely chap at Rose Awnings Limited. Really lovely guys. We've been asked to get in touch with them about, we want to fully enclose our awning. We've got some panels which the van came with, but we want to speak to this lovely guy called John and get some more details about that. They're local to us, they're only in Dorset, so that's good. We were starting to look at more Wi-Fi options. Unusually, Starlink is recommended by pretty much everybody, and we really wanted to speak to Starlink, but unfortunately Starlink weren't there. However, there was this one, Motorhome Wi-Fi, which Plot were actually giving away free at the show, if you bought, obviously, or you put a deposit down on one of their motorhomes. So we're going to look into those. We saw the friendliest people at this place. This is Rainbow Screens. I've seen a lot of information about covering the windscreen, and the windscreen, the reason you do that is so that the condensation from you staying in it overnight can build up and give you the condensation inside, especially with such a big windscreen on an A-Class. So we spoke to these lovely people, and we don't want any of the fun ones. Unfortunately, we're a bit boring, a little bit old for it. So we're actually wanting a plain one, and they've reassured us that they can help us out with a plain one. They think they've got our model, so that's good. We've just got to drop them an email. Desperately wanted to go and see these guys. This is Silwy, and oh my goodness, what an amazing bit of kit. I was surprised at the prices, be honest, and obviously looking at all the options, but what an amazing, if you haven't seen this, it's basically magnetic everything, so that if you're moving around, you know, your drinks aren't going to go flying, or your glasses aren't going to go flying. My only concern there is obviously the actual drinks themselves, I think, are just still going to go. We wanted to look at towing A-frames, and we went to this stand. Unfortunately, there was nobody there, but luckily Chris did a bit of rummaging and found this behind a podium. So I think he would have really liked to have spoken to somebody. So if Tow Frame are, you know, happen to be watching, we'd love to get in touch with them and have a chat. We saw the biggest motorhome when we were there, and it was like a dream. I mean, it was just insane. It was a bus, basically. It was huge. I will share that on a separate video. 500,000 or over 500,000, I think it was 542 or something. Insane. And also you could put your car in the back of this one. It was just beautiful, but you had to make an appointment to go inside, and I don't think we'd hit the criteria for that. Then we saw the littlest Caravan, but the cutest thing you have ever seen. It was stunning, and again I will share this. This was by far the prettiest Caravan up there by Barefoot. Absolutely loved that. So I've sent that to my granddaughter because I think that will be her dream, even though she's only 9. Then we had found the littlest car. I've never seen anything so tiny in all my life. So this is called Microlino, and again I will share this because it was the smallest thing. Very, very tiny. I think it was 18,900 and something, so 19,000. Perfect for going behind a motorhome. However, not when you've got 2 large boxer dogs. So all in all, we had an amazing trip. We didn't buy much. We were surprised. We were actually going to purchase things, or we thought we were, but we suddenly realized that we seem to have quite a lot of the items that I think we need. We're still very new to all this, so we're still learning, and I'm sure there's going to be other things that are going to crop up, but we will obviously update you with each item that we buy. We did buy one essential, which was the blue bags. So it's basically for the toilet, for those that don't motorhome or caravan. This is all new to me. So apparently you can have a solution and then you obviously add the water. This is actually a bag that you pop in. You still add water, but you just add a bag, and I like this idea. So I'll let you know how that goes. But yeah, what a fantastic show. Very, very busy, very tiring. I think we did 12,000 steps, so not bad for 2 oldies. But yeah, keep watching for, especially for when we get our log burner. I cannot wait to share that with you because I think that was my favorite purchase.